training video. I didn't eat since waking up as usual. I do Omad fasting. And I will start meal prep before my Omad fast breaking meal. I already started the first part. I have some cod fillets here in the oven. Two of them. And I'm gonna make my Omad meal. I do Omad fasting. People are looking to get stronger, fitter, healthier can learn so by watching my streams and asking me questions, taking my advice. So I've been doing Omad fasting for around 6-7 years now, and 90 out of 100 days at least. On a rare occasion, once in a blue moon, I eat more than once. 9 out of 10 days, 90 out of 100 days. The last 6-7 years I've been doing Omad fasting. So. Omad fast is one of many things that I do that are good for my health. Megadosing supplements, I megadose supplements. Meaning I take supplements and I take a lot of it, not too little. Exercise, eat a low sugar diet. That's another thing that you can do if you want to be healthier. Make it easier for you to get in shape, do the fitness goals. Get supplementation right. And get supplementation right in the diet right. It makes it easy for you to meet the fitness goals. Sugar is a poison, it's toxic, it's a drug, so it gives you inflammation. I eat less than 10 grams of sugar per day. The average American consumes 88 grams plus of sugar per day. Me, I eat less than 10 grams a day. Most days it's very close to zero. I eat only 1 time a day, Omad fasting. And for those who don't think, oh, I had to do everything Mike is doing to have a fit physique or something like this, meet my fitness goals. No. The most important thing is supplementation and your diet, what you're not putting in your body. So people are looking to be strong, fit, and healthy can learn something from me. We're gonna have to take the advice. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna load up my grand post with dose of supplements. I eat only 1 time a day. And here's how I take supplements. I take 1 big dose of supplements after waking up in the morning. Not like the same minute, but within an hour or a few hours, okay? Within a few hours of waking up, I take a big dose of supplements. That's the grand post wake up dose of supplements. Then there's another big dose of supplements, the grand post meal dose of supplements. So I take 2 big doses of supplements per day. And a vitamin C water, I drink that throughout the day. So what I'm gonna do now is load up the grand post meal dose of supplements, with all the supplements I'm gonna take after I finish eating. The average Christian is weak, unfortunately. The average Christian man, they need to learn from me and take my advice and take a page out of my book. I don't watch porn. I live a life of discipline, as a Christian boy should. Not different to hardness. Fasting, discipline and hardness go hand in hand. Because it's hard to quit sugar. It's like, I'm gonna quit sugar because I've learned it gives me inflammation, lowers my testosterone. Now it's like, you're gonna not eat any sugar, and I feel hard, hunger crazy, you're gonna have to hold yourself back. So I quit sugar cold turkey. After quitting sugar cold turkey and staying off it, I mean like 30 days no sugar at all. After that I stepped down to an extremely low sugar diet, contrast to the baseline. Meaning the average American consumes 80 plus grams of sugar per day, and I consume less than 8. Okay, and on a very rare occasion I have like a cheat day. Here's another thing. Fasting is not hard for me to do. I don't walk around being hungry, ravenously hungry. I had to remind myself to eat a lot of times. I didn't have a minute of being hungry since wake up today. Doing Omad fasting, I'm not hungry. People think, well, if you fast, you're hungry. Not if you get adapted to it. A big part of hunger cravings in the so-called keto flu, it's just sugar withdrawal. The only time I have hunger is if I have a cheat day and need a high amount of sugar. I've done, I've been telling people sugar is a drug, it's toxic, and my thinking on the so-called keto flu is just sugar addiction, sugar withdrawal. See? And I don't walk around. I've been doing Omad fast for years. I don't get hungry. I wake up not being hungry, not hungry all day until like a rare cheat day where I eat a lot of sugar. And then the next day, after the cheat day, I'll be like hungry in the morning. I feel hungry in the morning. So I do Omad fasting. I take a lot of supplements. And other Christians should really learn from me and model how I live my life if you want to be less weak. Quit watching porn. Notice how a lot of things I've been doing takes discipline. I quit watching porn. A lot of men are porn addicts. Don't even masturbate once a week without looking at porn. Okay. I eat a low sugar diet. I eat once a day at the end of the day. And have been doing so for years. So you have to have discipline if you want to be great at anything. A great Christian in great shape. So I'm using this as the an empty niacin vitamin D3 bottle for loading up all the supplements. Niacin vitamin D3. Another form of niacin that I take is nicotinic acid flush type niacin. They say that, I see this post sometimes on social media, Instagram. The greatest status symbol you can have is a great physique. Because it's something money can't buy. You need to have a great character to get that. So it says something about your character. The greatest status symbol is a great physique. Being in great shape. Because it's something money can't buy. If you win the lottery, you can just walk in like, I want to be ripped with a six-pack. Less than 12% body fat. And no, not really. Okay. So that's the way you should be doing it. You should be looking to be your best self. NAC, NSTL system. I'm not going to give the million a month for this. Let it go. Ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is an adaptogen. Adaptogen is so important for the stress hormone. Helps for people with anxiety and stress. Vitamin E. I'm taking less vitamin E than I normally do because I bought it too little, so I'm mashing it. Magnolia, not a common supplement. I only put magnesium. The first supplement I put in there was magnesium. I recommend people get on a multi-form magnesium, meaning a magnesium supplement that combines several types of magnesium. There's glycinate, citrate, this and that. Skin collagen, which means there's type 1 collagen in it. Garlic tablets. Garlic contains allicin. People are, if they took my advice, they would be having to hurt themselves less. Work out hard, not smart. Work smart, not hard. Like a lot of people had to work so many hard hours of exercising to get their fitness goals, and they would have to spend a lot less time in the gym working hard if they would learn from me, like the diet and supplementation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's a lot of Christians that have died or gone to the hospital with serious health problems. They would never have gotten there if they would have been listening to me rather than blind leaders to listen to. I'm a little bit different than the average person. I live my life differently. The average person eats 3 times a day. I eat 1 time a day. The average person eats more than 50 grams of sugar per day, which is drug and toxic. I eat less than 10 grams of sugar per day. The average man watches porn once a week. I don't, never, not even 1 time a month. I don't really masturbate once a week. There's some other things where I'm different. I didn't get vaccinated in COVID, see? And as a matter of fact, I didn't get vaccinated once since 2018, not the yearly flu jab. Another thing about me that's different, I didn't vote once since 2018, not even once. Yeah, those are some facts about me and how I've been living my life. B complex. Okay. Now, I'm gonna have to wash this up before I protein shake. And you know what? I think I want a protein shake today. So here's the glass bottle. If I can find the lid. If I don't find the lid, then we'll skip it. I love like just basking in the glory of a great physique. I'm like the average person. I don't hate what I see in the mirror. A lot of people look in the mirror and feel insecure. There should be more men in the 20s that are ripped with a six-pack. There are probably not much men in the 20s having dad boards in the 20s. So, if you're dad's age, like you're 50 or something, you're 45 plus and you have dad, it's really not that dissimilar at all. Okay. Like if you're dad's age and you have a dad more, that's not as bad as if you're in your 20s and have that more. So yeah, I didn't find the lid. So we're not gonna do the protein shake today. I'll get the frying pan now. Yeah, so if you get your diet and supplementation right, it gets easy to get the physique that you want. I'm gonna heat up the pan. Put some coconut oil. I use healthy fats for cooking. Favorite fats that I use in most meals: olive oil, coconut oil, and avocado oil. And sometimes real butter. It's like milk and cream. Not these Frankenstein butters, I call them, that have like all these weird things in it. Talk to the doctor. I need to do a disclaimer. Talk to the doctor before making any changes to diet, lifestyle, supplementation, and medication. Talk to the doctor before taking any advice shared in this video. And nothing I've said in this live stream is taken as medical advice information. Talk to the doctor before starting to stop taking the supplements, medication. Talk to the doctor before making any change to diet, lifestyle, supplementation, and/or medication. And the opinions here in this video, advice, recommendations are not intended to replace or be a substitute for the care of a licensed physician. I saw a Filipino live streamer once, a female live streamer, or Garcia something, and I guess she said she has beauty. So some of the people that have beauty, handsomness and beauty have to deal with is toxic, people get insecure and come hating on it. So she was wearing a t-shirt. Hating on me won't make you less ugly. I like that. Maybe I find like the male equivalent. Like hating on me is not going to put a six-pack on it, or something like this. Hating on me is not going to make you ripped and handsome with a six-pack. Okay, the pan is heating up here. What do we put in there? I couldn't find a lid for my shaking water somewhere. We're not doing that today. We get some chicken. That's strong. It's really good chicken. The pulled pork. The little chicken in there. And I'm gonna wash my hands. That's also part of my coaching, the information I share. A lot of it boils down to my superior physique, my extraordinary athleticism, strength, speed, stamina, punching power, speed, the stamina, the energy levels, the superhuman energy and athleticism, and being ripped, lean muscle physique boils down to having high testosterone, the manliness hormone. Okay, and having not low T like the average man in the 30s. That's a lot of what it boils down to. Like ripped with a six-pack, superhuman athleticism, definitely stamina to train for a long time, be trained to failure, going to bed like so. I wake up the next day and it's like they're almost fully recovered. I can train the same muscle group again. Or okay, a lot of it boils down to high testosterone. Okay, and not too high, but not having as low testosterone as the average man does. the masculine hormone, the raw masculinity. And I've been teaching others the truth. Here's something. Testosterone levels having declined from a previous level. Visual indication that is adipose tissue connection at the gut, abdomen area, and then also here. Okay, so testosterone goes down in a man, belly fat goes down. Hence, what you know a dad bod, because there's a natural decline in testosterone levels per year. Okay, which means you have all of and once T gets to a certain level, it becomes very hard for you to maintain lean muscle. Okay, a lean muscle physique, a lean athletic physique. Hence, it's called dad bod. Now, if you're in your 20s or 30s, I think dad bod something to do. Okay, so I've been teaching men how to raise the testosterone naturally because most men have low T. Okay, and if you have not low T in your 20s or 30s, you should be looking like almost like me without working hard. Just walk around not having low T. Unless you're doing something really wrong, living really unnatural, you should have a lean physique. Okay, so a lot of it boils down to my protocol, my teaching to men. It boils down to change your lifestyle because the average man has been deceived and duped into living an anti-testosterone lifestyle. High sugar diet, vitamin deficient, and use all these toxic chemical habits and cleaning products. Some of these chemicals you use daily, like softener, can lower testosterone. And remember, something low testosterone, it puts fat in the body, yielding a softer physique. They hydrogen and can use it. That one I can see, I think you make this, yeah. The thing that lowers mass testosterone, they call it softening. See? What happens if testosterone goes down in a man? You get softer physically. Softer. What's another thing low mass testosterone? Sugar. Okay. Soft serve ice cream. Soft drinks. See? They hydrogen and can use. So, if you want to make it easier to get in shape and get the same amount of gains, growth, weight loss from 1 hour of training in your 20s as 3 hours. Right now you have to train 3 hours to get the same effect as you get from 1 hour of training. Roughly that. It would be take my advice. So what type of soap? I don't use all these toxic chemical hydrogen cleaning products. I don't use softener. I wash my clothes in bicarbonate vinegar, not softener and detergent. I wash my hands with natural Lepton soap. I'm perfumed, I'm fragranced. Not the perfumed scented fragrance stuff that you use. In the shower, I don't use the shampoo shower though. I use natural Lepton soap. Natural, no perfume, no fragrance. I eat a low sugar diet. So sugar, calories, testosterone, multiple chronic toxic chemicals exposed to testosterone, and basically take my advice and you just all this. Look better, feel better, feel better. People take my advice within a week. You will look and or feel better. You notice a bit difference in a week. Take my advice. 6 grams of vitamin C per day. 2 grams 3 times a day. 2 grams morning. 2 grams middle of the day. 2 grams end of the day. Pure ascorbic acid. Either in capsule or you buy the powder in bulk on Amazon like I did. If you're in the Philippines or Myanmar or Thailand, you can find it on Shopee. Okay? People on the European American market, you can find ascorbic acid powder in bulk on Amazon. So, two grams vitamin C 3 times a day, totaling 6,000 milligrams of ascorbic acid. Cut down on the sugar. Ultimately, you stay below 20 grams of sugar per day. That's the upper, tolerable, acceptable. That's less unacceptable than above that. Okay. So stay below 20 grams of sugar per day. Ultimately below 10. And switch all these toxic chemicals. This is the baseline protocol to help you be healthy. And this is like the lowest level, like light protocol. And this is enough to, if people get on this protocol, within a week or a month at least, you will feel better, mentally sharper. Notice that when it looks up in the mirror, your skin looks better, something like this. You feel like you have more energy. So Less sugar, cut down on the sugar. Ultimately, you quit a cold turkey, like I had before. And you toughen out the withdrawals and feel like shit for up to a week. And then it's like you're off it, and now it's easy to stay off it. And if you want, you can go to a low sugar diet where now and then a rare occasion have a few grams of sugar. Okay. Now, at least cut down on the sugar. So stay below 20 grams of sugar. The best is just quit a cold turkey like I've done before. Everything I've done myself. So it's the point. Less sugar, okay? Because take high sugar consumption, consuming sugar sabotage the healing effect of vitamin C. So you get less effect from a given gram amount of vitamin C if you consume sugar. Ascorbic acid competes with sugar for absorption. So you get less, if you take 6 grams of vitamin C per day, divide it into 3 doses, 2 grams 3 times a day, and you eat a high sugar diet, you're getting less effect from those grams of vitamin C you're taking. So you get the most out of those 6 grams of vitamin C if you get less than 6 grams of sugar per day. Okay, so less sugar, take 2 grams of vitamin C 3 times a day. 2 grams morning, 2 grams middle of the day, 2 grams end of the day. Switch all these toxic chemical hydrogen cleaning parts to natural apple soap. You can use that to shower, wash your hands, clean your floors with a bucket and mop. Hand wash pots and pans. Wash your clothes in the washer, you can use bicarbonate vinegar. Where it's like you open the tank, you're pouring vinegar 12% up to 12% vinegar on top of the clothes, and bicarbonate powder and close it, and then wash it. Now, you want to rinse out your machine and like clean it out before switching to bicarbonate vinegar. If you've been using this detergent salt before. So before you switch to the bicarbonate vinegar solution, you want to clean out the machine. So if there's a detachable part where you're pouring detergent and salt, you take that out and rinse it out, clean out, and then you run at that machine on the highest heat setting to kind of steam clean the inside. So like clean the machine and rinse out, get rid of all this toxic chemical residual toxins inside of it. Then you switch to bicarbonate vinegar. So yeah, 6 grams of vitamin C per day, less than 6 grams of sugar, ultimately. Switch replaces maybe toxic chemical hydrogen cleaning products to more natural alternatives such as natural apple soap, and it helps to improve. Nothing I've said is basically just healthy white, and it's not to replace the tail white position. So talk to the doctor before you take in of your advice service when you see the license position. You have to spend like I don't even like the body set, but I kind of have to it's a good handle. Anyway, yeah. A lot of churches closed down during COVID. Now frying chicken. Gotta lower the heat a little bit. Check on the cod fillets. I got 2 cod fillets in there. Turn on the heat to just fix this just to keep it warm. Yeah, so I'm gonna finish up. I don't know if I want to be live anymore. Yeah, you just notice if you're looking to improve your health, look, feel, perform better, live longer, be healthier, take my advice. You can learn here how to look better, feel better, live longer. Or you can be as much as you want. Fools despise wisdom, knowledge, and instruction. Especially health fitness, wisdom, knowledge, and instruction. And most people are fools. And what does the Bible say? Fools despise wisdom, knowledge, and instruction. Wicked feet their own way. See? I'm not trying to listen to them, I'm not trying to take it seriously about what Mike is saying. They have health problems for that. Right? As most people do. So, fools despise wisdom, knowledge, and instruction. That's the end of the video. I don't know if you like it anymore. We'll see. Maybe I'll start a new live stream. Or do a short showing it. But wait a minute. Yeah, I'll keep live here. I'll try to keep live. I'll stay live. Keep live on. Most Christians listen to incompetent, weak leadership that have never taught them what they need to be taught to prosper and be in health even as the soul prospers. So people that have been guided and led by me, they have been prospering, both physically. The love I wish above all things I may prosper and be healthy and the soul, even as the soul prospers. So my mother and my wife, we wonderful. Both of these women won to the Lord. And then after that, I've been teaching how to prosper spiritually. And both of them had health problems. And they've been prospering physically, being physically edified by me teaching the truth, not through the health. So we were suffering when I met her, not just from being lost, but she had serious allergies, severe allergies, to the point where she couldn't. What she was doing for a living, working from home, was knitting scarves and hats and then selling them online. And it got to a point where her allergies were so bad, she'd be reacting to the job, and it got to a point where she could barely do her job anymore, knitting, because she'd be reacting allergically to the yarn. And she gets on my protocol, she starts following me, and I teach her, do this, less of that, more of that, take this supplement, do this, do that. And she gets to a point where she reports being 99% cured of her allergies. 99% cured. 99% cured of her allergies. That's dramatic. My mother, type 1 diabetic with neuropathy, same there, water to the Lord. She reports being like 95% better. Used to be she would have pain walking around due to neuropathy. She had to rash the steps. It was hard for her to move around. After I got on the supplement protocol, and then later on optimized it, made some changes to it, added some more supplements. She gets to the point where she's like, oh, I feel like I gotta do life now. I can walk around, I don't have pain in my legs like I used to. So, unlike the average incompetent, weak leader, people that have been listening to me have been learning both how to prosper spiritually and physically. For I am not as others who neglect to give up to the full counsel of God. And people that have been following me, they've been prospering and learning. Whereas most Christians have been following blind leaders of the blind, weak leadership. Let them alone for the blind leaders of the blind, if the blind leader blind, the both one, the Bishop Bible says. Turn on the heat to 6, it was a 7. There's a lot of Christians that gotten sick. To the Bible church listeners, Banner hometowns, gotten sick, some of them have died. If they would have been blessed, if they would have been following a man of God like me teaching the truth, God's health, fitness, wisdom, they will still be alive and not be sick. Worst of all of it could have been avoided. So it's like the average Christian leader now is blind, and it's not teaching the truth on how to protect the Christian's body as the temple of the Holy Ghost. And they're not getting sick in the hospital, and that's why you see them go like, yeah, we need to pray for this person that went to the hospital. Then they got pneumonia, they got this health problem, that health problem. Okay. And if they would be for me all these years, they're a lot less likely to end up in a situation to begin with. A lot of these ministries don't even use the real Bible. They use the New King James, they use the NIV, NASB 95 or something like this. Lest Satan shall have advantage on my followers. If I am not ignorant of his devices. See? There's a satanic agenda to poison and weaken the masses, to make them easy to control. And I'm not ignorant to it. I know that the software can lower testosterone. I know that these toxic chemicals, what they're doing to you. There's an agenda by the satanic deep state to weaken our body. And they weaken you with a toxic lifestyle, high sugar diet, multiple chronic toxic chemical exposures, while being deficient in antioxidants such as ascorbic acid, vitamin E, so on and so forth. And it's like, if you stay ignorant of this, don't let it change your life. You're going to be sick and weak. You're going to have a health crisis, actually. So, these people have been helping Satan to keep Christians in the dark by not teaching what they need to know. They end up being sick, have a shorter lifespan, not being as sharp mental as they could be, which makes it hard for them to discern and memorize scripture and things like this, because the brain organism is malfunctioning. So, need to be wearing my Rumble account too, because if I really want to make quality power punch videos, I have to hold back on YouTube. You know, we need to be on my Rumble account, Critical Mass Mike. Because if I want to make a quality teaching video on health fitness and not hold back and do 16 disclaimers, so yeah, I need to do them somewhere else. Yeah, so I do Omad fasting. I like that. And a lot of people think that it's hard. It's like to talk to people. And not people hear people say things like, well, it's like I need to fast to have energy. All the training I've been doing today has been a fasted state. Didn't eat this right now. Like that. I haven't had a minute of hunger. And I really didn't have a lack of energy either. So if you do fasting the right way and you get adapted to it, you get supplementation right, fasting can be hard to get into. But once you're into it, it's smooth sailing if you do it the right way. Big part of it is quitting the sugar. Stop the sugar addiction. That's a big part of it, being able to fast. So now I'm gonna take some pre-meal supplements. No super shake today. Why? Because I couldn't find a lid for the shaker bottle. So here we go. There's some pre-meal supplements, and then there's post-meal supplements. So here are, this is probiotics. I'll take probiotic, took 3 and put 1 in the container there. Here's all the post-meal supplements. This is a grand post-meal of supplements. This is vitamin C water, concentrate. With B complex and creatine. Multi-enzyme, this is digestive enzyme complex. One before eating and one in there. The benefit of this is, it's like it says 3 capsules per day. Because they assume that people eat 3 times a day. There's 1 with each meal. So I could get 1 a day, and I take 2, and I eat once a day. So it makes the bottle last longer. Like if you eat 3 times a day and take 1 with each meal, the supplement maybe lasts a month. Now, me taking 1 or 2, it's gonna last longer. About a third of my monthly income goes towards supplements. Around $300 per month to supplement. Now, what we're going to do now, this is cream, whipping cream, so it's not whipped cream, it's the type of cream you use to make whipped cream, what that, high fat. So I already told in my diet, Omad fasting, 1 meal a day, which means I fast until 3 hours. When I do eat, what do I eat? Less than 10 grams of sugar per day. Most days, 0 or very close to it. What are my Omad meals like? High protein, high fat, and low carb. So if you have 3 bars, like amounts of nutrients, the fat and protein is going to be high. We talk about proportions now, and carbohydrates low. So if I put this in here. Switch to this real quick. Move it up a little bit. Well, that's better. Okay, now spices, ancho chili. This is empty now, so that goes in the bin. Well, it goes in the trash bag. Cayenne pepper. Generous amount. Black pepper. Black pepper contains piperine. Here's a good 3 spices you can add to your cooking to make your meal more anti-inflammatory. Black pepper, turmeric, and ginger. Turmeric contains curcumin. It's anti-inflammatory. Ginger contains gingerol, which is anti-inflammatory. And black pepper contains piperine, which enhances the absorption of the curcumin in the turmeric and the gingerol in the ginger. So basically you get more anti-inflammation effect from a given amount, whatever amount of turmeric and ginger you take. So turmeric, ginger, and black pepper are good to add to your food, and it makes your meal healthy. Don't fall for the scam that you think that all your nutrients, everything you need for the day from your diet and all. You need to supplement. Now I'm gonna add coconut oil. No, avocado oil. This has been fried in coconut oil. Now I'm adding avocado oil. That's at least a tablespoon. Next, adding some of these sun-dried tomatoes. Next up, Himalayan pink salt, which is the only type of salt that is in cooking. Natural salt. Sometimes you use sea salt, but regular white table salt, I use that for my homemade mouthwash. So I make my own mouthwash. I don't use a commercial one. Just plain salt water. Boiled water, with more salt water, usually for nasal rinses and mouthwash. What's next? Coconut milk. And Heinz beans in a rich tomato sauce. Add the last of that. I've been thinking about buying a splash shield from Tigre. There's a lot of oil and stuff splashing around when I cook. Alright, next we're gonna add some more Boulettes, Pilsner corn. This is one of my favorite canned. These taste better than the frozen hot dogs. Gotta wash the can open. Open this. I've learned to open it slowly, where there's like a stream of liquid shooting out. It's under pressure, like an arterial bleed or something like that. But if you poke it too quick, there's like a stream of this sausage water coming in. Here we have some more coconut cream. That's going in there too. Then I have some corn tortillas. Now, some butter. Get some cheese. Get some cheese. Okay. And then some of this butter. This is customized butter. I like to customize, augment, and optimize things. So this has turmeric, ginger, olive oil, black pepper, chili, cayenne pepper, and garlic. That's it. Now, speaking of garlic, we're gonna get some garlic. Garlic and butter are. Whoa. All right. Garlic and butter are staple items for me. Garlic and butter. Garlic and butter are very important. Now we'll talk about making the food tastier. Okay, so for that. This needs to be stirred up. My girlfriend lives in Thailand. My wife, with facial technology engaged, and we decided to invest a life together. Lives in Thailand. She sent me 2 videos about Burma. There was a military conflict. I think there was one person that had died possibly in the border with Thailand or something. Myanmar, Burma, Thailand. So that they had a conflict there. And he seems to have pissed it out. And Thailand's military might, like on the paper, on numbers, they have a more powerful army than the other guys. I'm gonna turn down the heat. Turn it off actually. They could come after heat. I use this here. A bowl because this is like half the sauce. It's kind of sauce stewy, okay. I'm gonna take some lactose enzymes for you as well. There you go. You know, I could just use the oven form as a plate. Just fold it over. As such. This is just it. Very cool. And we use this for the super. Yeah, so my diet, how do I eat? Once a day. What's my diet like? What do I eat when I do? High fat, and I like to clarify high healthy fat, so bad fat. Coconut oil, avocado, olive oil, real butter. So high fat, high protein, low sugar, low carb. I would rather have, as a professional, 3 bananas and a handful of nuts per day, and all the supplements that I'm taking, than to eat like whatever, like organic salad and meat and steak and this and that and no supplements. Like giving a choice to include. I'd rather like leave all 3 bananas and a handful of nuts per day, and be able to take like all the supplements I take with my meal. than to have like a steak and organic salad. So we put a little bit more butter on here. My homemade garlic butter. I like to augment and optimize things, as I said before. Like I get a good part, make it better. Take a good song, make it better. I like to take a good thing and make it better. So, lactose-free butter, I think that's good. You can buy lactose-free butter. It's lactose-free. And then I grate the garlic into it, which now just became homemade garlic butter. Add olive oil to it, healthy fat. Speaking of which, I almost forgot. I'm gonna grease some olive oil on top of my food. Avocado and coconut oil are good for high temperature cooking. Olive oil, you don't want to overheat it. If you want to retain all the health benefits, you don't want to overheat it. So, there you go. Gonna get a fork. Where's the spoon? There is no spoon. Did I have the spoon here? Oh yeah, it's in there. Okay, yeah. So, what I got this, put this here. So it gets a little bit of air under it to help it cool faster. And then wait. We're gonna bring these two to the living room where I have my Omad yesterday. And we're letting that sit there and cook. I introduced you to my birds here. I saw that the cover had fallen down. It's the bedtime I tucked in midnight. This is B1 and B2. Also known as Nick, Budgie Nick, and Budgie Gur. Gur with G-U-R-R. And then Nick is N-I-C-K. So Budgie Nick and Budgie Gur. I keep them in a cage, so it's good night, guys. Good night, guys. Let's go, champ. Sometimes I call to them from the kitchen. Let's go, champ. If they didn't make a noise for a while, they start making noise. So, yeah, this is pretty much like having children, and part of how our relationship is attacked me at night. Let's tell good night. So, B1 and B2, but I can call them different things. Alrighty. It's 0:48. I'm about to break my fast. I was gonna take a shower, but I think I'll do that tomorrow morning instead. Gotta put some hashtags on the stream. Live. Okay. It is 0:48. It's past midnight and I'm here about breaking my fast. I'm gonna end the stream and start a part 2, which will be eating my Omad meal.